Hey guys, welcome to another Aniblog. Today's is going to be a little little bit of a challenge. I have been studying some Korean over the past couple of hours, and one of the things I learned was the words to tell where something is. So like three would be behind. And I'd really love to do a short, cutesy animation that had just a cat being behind a desk, in front of a desk, inside a desk, because I guess you could put him in a put him in one of the drawers for the behind a desk. So just that kind of thing. And I'm probably not going to be able to do all of it tonight, but I want to. Oops, this is on the wrong screen. I want to be able to just have some visual reference for what I'm learning here. I'm in Clip Paint Studio right now because I want to have the desk background, and I'm trying to find a desk that I like. They're kind of all obvious. I've got the sign up that says I'm recording, but since I do share a room, just keep in mind that there will likely be at least one interruption tonight. Hopefully we'll keep those to a minimum. We're just gonna have a basic desk. We're not gonna do whole too much fancy stuff with it, but just like something silly here. And I'm gonna give it 3 drawers here, not that I really need more than one. Toot, toot, toot. 1 drawer here. Toot. And 3 drawers here. Toot, 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 toot. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and give it a back thing here that's in shadow. Kind of give it a view of that here. Just trying to make it look like it's receding in space. Okay, here we have our desk. And I think that's good enough. I don't need a super detailed desk. We're gonna probably do all the easy ones first, like you know what, I actually don't know the words quite yet, so I'm gonna go have to look in my notes for that in a sec. Oh, in other news, my grades came in. I got a depressing C in art history, but I got an A in every other class, so I pulled a 3.5 in the semester, which I myself found somewhat impressive. I should have worked more on art history, but you know, first C in my entire college 5 years, so I think that's not doing too bad. Desk BG. Basically, for me, it's passing. I don't have to take art history again, and that's happy for me. Save. Yes, I want to cover it, or whatever that would be called. Anyway, just put Opentoonz down. So we're going to come over here to browser, computer, C drive, users, Adrian. I gotta save, like, somehow figure out how to save a spot in here because it is a pain in the butt getting to my stuff. So desktop, tutorials. Is it in rooms or a new folder? Rooms. Startup. Here we are. There's my desk. Let's go ahead and load this. And it's really sketchy, but is that editing it at all? Transparency check. I don't even know what that does. But black PG check? Nope, not what we want. Ink check. Nope. Ink number 1 check. I actually haven't messed with these checks at all. Okay. I think that's good enough. We're probably actually going to come in here and bump up the contrast just a bit. Tonal correction. Let's see if that helps any. Nope, it's not going to help any because it is just solid lines, which makes perfect sense. So let's just outline this a little bit more so that it shows up better in Opentoonz. The other cool thing about my grades coming in is that means I am officially completely done with the semester and will not ever have to look at an art history textbook again unless I go to grad school and they make me. But until then, I'm good. So, yes. Okay. We want to go back to browser and reload desk. So, did that actually do anything? Okay, let's delete. Let's get off of it and back on for a sec. Try loading it. I'm gonna just close this out real quick and see if that does anything, because I'm actually not sure if that changed or not. So I'm still in day 694, have to go find it again. Here you go, C drive. Users not unzipped. Adrian desktop. And tutorials. And at first this whole thing made a lot of sense, and then I just stopped using, oh, there we go. Then I just stopped using the folders the way I was supposed to, and all of a sudden it was just a big goopy mess. Let's go ahead and save this to versions 001, save, and we're good! Okay. Next thing I want to do real quick is just kind of color this in. I'm not sure if I were to go ahead and make new level, we're going to call this, wait, what? I want a new level, not load level. Let's go ahead and do a vector level, and we're going to call this desk fill, just because I'm too lazy to create a full desk, so I'm just going to fill this with a solid color. Let's go ahead and turn down the opacity on this. I seem to have accidentally made a mark there. Okay. So here we want to be here. Just going to really roughly outline this. Okay, let's see how that worked. Bucket tool, fill, yes! Good, color. Let's go ahead and change that color real quick. Save it, just in case. And we want more of an orangish, but brown. And this should be behind. Nope, we want this all the way back up to 100%. let's go ahead and lighten this up a little bit and take out some of the opacity. There we go. We've got our desk. Sweetness. Save. Okay. So now that we've got our background, next thing I need to do is go look up some reference videos because I haven't actually watched any yet. I'm thinking just cats doing stuff would be good reference videos. Cats. Just cats being cats. Oh, that's sad. A poor sad cat. Okay. Aww. Just so you guys know, the name of the person video is here, so. Oh my gosh, this is not the kind of cats I need. Cats sleeping? Because I just need a picture for a cat in front of the desk or on top of the desk. So, sleeping in weird positions. I just want, oh my gosh. Just like, what do cats do when they sleep? Cat sitting on a desk, maybe? There you go, sitting did not work either. Oh my. Those poor cats. Maybe just cat on desk, on a desk. Oh wait, here we go, cat on a desk. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull some ideas from this cat here. Oh my. I wanted to stay on the desk. Like, there's this part here where the cat's head is down on his paws. Like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him go from that position into that position. And just go ahead and do that. Simple animation. Still have the cat on the desk. But I want him to move at least some. So, okay. And let's go look real quick in my handy dandy notebook. I have the vocabulary written down here somewhere. Ah, here it is. So, on top of is we. Like, for those of you who know Hangul, it's we. So, I'm going to probably type out letters to bring into here later, because I don't like, I'm going to real quick, like, collapse this into a sub-X sheet so that I can pull it out here. But for those of you who, wait, what? Oh yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm going to probably type out the words that I want on here and put it over the video via a imported PNG or something. Okay, so let's go to animation real quick and let's go ahead and make a new level. This one I want to be a raster and we're going to call this cat 1 because it's first position cat. And I should probably, before anything else, go do a quick character design thinking session in here. So we're going to make another layer here, turn our white back on, and let's see, cat kind of has this kind of body, I think. I'm not very good at drawing cats. And yet I always seem to draw cats. I think the reason I'm going for cats right now is not because I think I'm good at cats. I know I'm bad at cats. It's because I know the word for cat. The word for cat is koyangi, not to be confused with kohyangi, which is hometown, which could get very confusing later. So we've got our cat here, and if we just give him like that kind of a face, maybe, and his nose right there is near the bottom here. And that puts his thing here, and he's kind of closing his eyes. His ears are these pretty perky things up here. They're like really perky things. And kind of, I think that's how you draw a cat. I own 6 cats, and yet actually, some of them ran away, so we're down to like 3 or 4, but still, 4 cats, and I still cannot draw cats. So anyway, got adorable kitty claws, and I think this is a over-exaggerated tail that needs to be toned down some. Got our cat nose here is the most adorable thing. Let's go ahead and give him something. No, that looks bad. Okay. And so we're gonna save this as Clip Paint Studio day something. What day is it in my? Yeah. What day are we on? 694. Good to know. Day 694. Good. So now, I kind of like this kitty. Probably not going to go further than this for now. I'm going to need to mess around and figure out how to draw that better. Now, if you make a second layer, and let's go ahead and turn this all the way down, but not all the way down, but very close to all the way down. So the second one, his head's up here. He's got this looking this way, and so his neck is more like that. His body is still back here, and his leg and everything should be in practically the same spot. Except now you've got an arm down here, because you can see that arm now, and kind of this pattern right here. And again, you can see more of the paw over here. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. So he's now got his eyes open, so kind of give him cat eyes. Stereotypical cat eyes. He's got his ears plopped up. And what I'd really like to do between words, like, it's no fun just to have the cat is on a desk and then a new picture and the cat is in front of a desk, etc. I'd really like to be able to animate him jumping off the desk. That may be way above my skill level, but we'll go ahead and try it and see how it turns out. Worst comes to worst, it looks horrible. I mean, that's not even that big a deal. Ooh. So let's go back to brush. So what we've got here, let's actually pull this, you can't. Okay, let's make a new layer here and fill it with white. And go back to here, folder, put these two in it so that now I can flip between them. That seems about right. So now I've got a basic idea of what I'm doing, and that's gonna help. Opentoonz back up. Go to animation. Okay. Brush here. Cat here. Zoom. Okay. It's my first one. Let's go ahead and have our cat here. Cats, 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 bad cats. Cat, cat paw, cat paw, cat body, cat ear, cat feet, and cat tail. I think the body is a bit too pronounced. Just pull his body in a little bit. Oh, there it goes. I saved right before it crashed on me, so I should still have my cat and all. Yep. Save often, save often. Way more than you think you need. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull this over here. I can't do that. Make a new level. I'm gonna make this one a vector again. I'm gonna call this cat fill. Okay, and we'll just kind of outline this kitty here. And now I'm going to go to colors real quick. Let's go to settings and auto paint. Don't want any of that, so let's go back here. A new style. Let's make this all white. Apply. Fill the white. Go back to black. I'll fill again with the white. There we go. That's supposed to auto paint the lines. So we're gonna go lines in areas and see if that. Oh well. There we go. Now we've got a rough fill for our kitty. Good. So let's go back to this, save real quick. We're going to collapse this one as well. And now I want to open subject sheet. Now desk is going to be gone. So we'll have to exit the subject sheet every now and then just to get an idea of what's going on. I need my onion skin. Now we want the cat to have his head closer to up here. That pulls his neck into a more natural position. You can see his leg now. He's still got his stomach because he's a chubby little kitty. And his tail should be pretty much the same because I'm not really moving the tail. Here's Perky. chunky and pretty. Looking that direction. And give him some toes, this cutesy little kitty. And right now, I think I'm drawing really small, which is why it's so hard to keep the stuff in the right place, because I'm working with a brush that's, or a pixel size or whatever. It's really low res, so I probably will mess with that later, but just assuming that I consider this to be okay. Zooming back out, let's go ahead and make cat fill 2. Rewind. And fill with this. Still not working with the whole auto paint lines feature. I'm not sure how that actually works. And let's go ahead and close the SubX sheet. Save it. Oh. Open SubX sheet. Why are these not showing up? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and explode the SubX sheet because I don't know how to actually use SubX sheets. So there we go. Yay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Oops. So we're just gonna go ahead, and today is going to be a cat gaining interest on top. So we're going to go ahead and drag these a little further down. We're going to pull these back. And for now, I'm just going to turn this one off. We're just going to in between via this one. Reframe to 2s, please. Let's turn my onion skin back on, and let's make it quick and dirty in between. Here we got, should look kind of like this, and you should be able to see his paw even now. This is a pretty tail, but it doesn't look very cat-like. Let's go ahead and delete this. Reframe to 2s. Let's do some in-betweens here. Funny thing is, our cats actually don't jump onto like desks or tables as much. I think we've gotten them out of that. Like, they are pretty good at staying away from the counters. I think they finally figured out that those were a little dangerous to be with my dad, loving to chuck empty soda cans at them. But they are far more partial to our book. Well, they're not really bookshelves. We have a lot of shelves that we bought from a store that was going out of business. And when I say shelves, I mean your actual typical Walmart style shelves with the adjustable shelving heights and all those lovely pegs and everything. So we have those kind of shelves, and the cats just have a field day climbing all over those. Other than that, they really like baskets, but I think that's all cats. Cats just love baskets. So, I'm almost done here, and I'm probably not going to fill out his facial features or anything. I think I'm going to leave it here. After this in-between session, I'll probably leave it there for the night and come back at it tomorrow with some fresh eyes and see if it looks terrible or if it still looks decent. And if it still looks decent, I may develop it further. Otherwise, I'll probably try again, because that's one thing I found works really well. Try it. Like, even if you know it's gonna suck, just try it and then leave it overnight. Oops. Dang, Flabbit, how much did I lose? Browser scenes. I may have lost like 3/4 of that in-betweening and or a lot. I lost it all. Okay. So we're going to re-in-between this. But anyway, so what I was saying is basically what I've found very helpful is just do something do something that you're pretty sure you can't do well. Force yourself to do something that it freaks you out and you don't think you're going to do well. And then after you've done that, leave it overnight. And the next day you will come at it with a fresh pair of eyes and you'll be able to see what you did wrong. And as frustrating it is to see all the things you did wrong, it also means you can fix them. And doing it right away the next day will help in the specific thing you're doing. If you do it 3 times and just throw it out and start over 3 or 4 different times, by the end of it, you'll have a result that you are at least semi-happy with. And it also is really good for figuring out how to draw specific items. Like, if I were to draw this cat 3 different times, I might have an easier time drawing it by the 3rd time. An example of this way of thinking is I have heard that Disney interns are made to draw hands 100 times. This is a much larger number than my 3 or 4 times. And the 3 or 4 times is really just to get you started. If you draw, the more you draw, the more you practice, the better you're going to get. For that 100 times, it's basically the idea is grinding it into your memory how it's going to work. And especially for things like hands, where the only way you're going to get better is practice. You can study as much as you want, but in the end, studying is only good if you put it into practice. If you get it ground into your hands and your muscle memory how to draw that object. So you see it all the time, figure drawing, hand drawing, drawing faces, drawing any object. All the best people who drawing probably have drawn that thing that they're really good at least 50 times, if not more. For me, I'm trying to get to the point where I redraw things because, well, I am giving this advice and I think it's good advice to follow. I'm a hypocrite and don't do it very often. It's not because I don't think it works, but rather because I don't put in the time, and that's something that I need to work on personally, is putting in the time to learn it. I'm going to be doing it a lot with figure drawing this summer, where I'm just going to draw over and over and over, not necessarily in the same pose, because that's another thing. If just because you're drawing the same thing doesn't mean you have to draw it the same way. For drawing poses, yeah, you can draw the same person over and over again, but then you're really going to learn how to draw that person, and you're not going to get a lot of variation. Once you've got the basics down, once you know how to draw that person, vary the pose, vary the style, vary features, and see if you can make new people or design new characters, etc., etc. But really, the drawing the same thing multiple times is the foundation. It's getting it ground into your head how to draw that thing the right way, and you want to grind in the right way to do it before you try and vary things. Because otherwise, if you just go straight into varying, this is where people have trouble, especially when they go straight into anime. They just go straight into variation on what's actually there, and so they don't learn the foundations, and when they go to change something, things get wonky because they don't know how to change it in a way that makes sense with the reality. And while things like anime or cartoon drawing they're very exaggerated, they are still mimicking nature and realities. So having that basis to go off of in the first place is going to make it so much easier to capture what you're trying to, despite either not having a reference or not having anything that's working quite the way you want it to. It also will help with imagining things, like, for example, right now I'm drawing a cat who's doing a very cat-like thing, but if I wanted this cat to do anything else, I would probably have to go look up a different video. So once I get to the point where I can draw cats just from memory, if I've studied the basics enough, if I've studied cat anatomy, etc., I can make this cat do pretty much anything I want because I know how to make it move. Whereas at my current level, you're noticing I'm having trouble even with just this simple motion. It's going to take probably a couple of weeks of solid drawing at least to get to the point where I could make this cat do something that I'm not seeing happen in a video itself. And that's just a matter of practice. It's something I need to work on. Anyway, okay, cool beans, but I'm gonna go ahead and step this by 4. I want him to spend a long time sitting in the beginning and at the end. I don't want to reframe to 4, I want to step by 4. Let's go ahead and check this out. I think these frames should only be 2s, so let's try it on 3s first, just because it's still really slow. We're gonna go ahead and try that on 2s. Reframe on 2s. Another thing I need to work on is planning more. There we go. We've got our little kitty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these extra frames. Now I'm going to take you two and, oopsie, just kind of pull them out here. And here we've got it. Save that. And now the next thing I want to do is I want to come over here to this. I think this has typing capabilities. So we're going to zoom out here, make a new layer. Hopefully it supports, here we are. Hopefully it supports multiple languages. So if I want to just say the cat is on the desk, I would start with desk, and I want this in Korean, so I gotta change my keyboard real quick. So here, 책상. Oh. I don't think it. Oh darn it! It doesn't support multiple languages. So okay, this. Go ahead and save this and close it. And now, what else do we have? What do I even have on here? I have Paint Tool Sai. I don't think that even has typing. Yeah, no type. What other programs do I have? I have Blender? I wonder if Blender supports type. I mean, I know it supports type, but I wonder if it'll support Korean type. Where's my Blender? There we go. So we want this to be in one real quick. Let's go ahead and delete this. Add text. And go into edit mode. Let's switch back into Korean because this, oh, there we go. Nope. Korean for you and oh, come on, let me do Korean. Dang, love it. Okay, Okay, that's in. I don't think this is going to let me type in Korean, so I'm going to try something. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come over here, make a new tab. This one I know will let me type in Korean. So I'll just type it in here and try copying and paste. So what we want here is check, and I think check. Yeah, it's with that. That's checkjang, but we want checksang, which is pretty much the same thing, only it's sang instead of jang. I'm going to go in my other notes because I have other notes that have more in-depth stuff. All you can hear is rustling paper. Sorry for the still screen. Not looking. There we are. Okay. The next page it should be. Here we are. Checksang. Okay, it is spelled that way. Check. Nope. Sang. No, not we. No, it's not we, because, yeah, we is on. Okay. We. A. We. A. Ko. Yangi. Koyangi ga. Because you need the ga to make it a subject. Isoyo. No, yo. Yo. So, checksang 위에 고양이 있어요. So let's go ahead and copy that and see if Blender will take the paste. Nope, it's not gonna do it. So we're gonna remove Blender here. This doesn't have typing capabilities, does it? I'm not seeing any text. Yes, there is! Where can I get text? New level, we'll call this a vector level and hopefully that's right. Just put a random letter in there. There we go. Oh no! Okay, so it takes regular letters. Why can't it take Korean? Okay. flub it. I might just have to write it after all. Keep this copied. Maybe copy and paste working clip paint. Nope. Goodbye. Do not save. What else do I even have? You know what? I'm just gonna have to write this. That's kind of annoying. I will deal with that later, I bet. There's gotta be somewhere some program where I can add it. But for now, it's just gonna be, I do not want a vector layer here. I want this to be a raster layer. Raster level, and we're gonna call this words. Oops. See, it'll take Korean there. Well, that's just mean. Okay. So we've got tick. Wow, this is really slowing down on me here. I'm gonna save this and try deleting out of it and getting back in and see if that gets rid of that sometimes will get rid of my lagging issues. So we're gonna load scene. Okay, back into animation, brush, words, okay. Check, song, we a koyang I ga. This needs to move over here so that I can fit it all. Let's go ahead and shrink it a little bit because that's big. Okay. So I'm in here. Koyangi ga brush. Isoyo. So 책상 위에 고양이가 있어요. And basically that means desk on top of a cat is. But that's only literally. It's because they have their word order, I think, is places first. Places, then it's subject, object, verb. And since this is our verb and we don't have an object, we have a subject. That means the place goes first, then the subject, then the verb. So yeah. 책상 위에 고양이가 있어요. Thanks for watching. That's where I'm going to leave it today. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you managed to glean something out of my endless suffering. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you've got questions, put them in the comment section. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.